Hey guys, this is a review on Elite Forces 1911, a little bit of background on what I use this pistol for. Strictly indoor target practice, mainly trigger control for me. So I'm not a competitive shooter. I don't participate in airsoft tournaments or anything like that. So this gun doesn't get used outside, banged up or abused or anything like that. I'm going to tell you a couple things I don't like about the gun, and then I'll tell you what I do like about it. My first complaint lies with your secondary safety mechanism right here. This safety engages way too easily. I feel like it should be a lot more sturdy than what it is. This thing even has a tendency to go off on me or engage while I'm firing off rounds. Not a big deal for what I'm using it for, but something to be aware of. I don't holster this gun, but if you do, if this safety brushes up against something, I just about guarantee you it's going to engage, and if you don't realize that your next round isn't going to go off. So just something to be aware of. My major complaint lies with the magazine that came with the gun. This is a standard 14 round CO2 mag. I ran less than 1,000 rounds through this magazine, and it started leaking air profusely. So the gun came with a 60-day manufacturer's warranty. I returned this to the manufacturer. They repaired it within a week or two. Kudos to their customer service. They were prompt and very responsive. They emailed me updates, and I even called and spoke with someone. So that's nice for a change. The repairman informed me on the phone that we should only run Daisy brand CO2 cartridges through their magazine. So when I received this magazine back in the mail, I ran about 10 Daisy CO2 cartridges through here, and this thing is leaking uncontrollably once again. So I'm pretty disappointed in the craftsmanship, I guess you could say, of this magazine. Especially after sending it in for repair. I was hoping it would work for a while. But anyway, you can buy these things on Amazon or replacement mag for 25, 30 bucks, so whatever. But I'm just worried that, keep buying these things over and over again, you run into the same problem. But those are my two complaints with the gun. So now I'll tell you what I do like about it. This thing is almost an exact replica of a real 1911. They function the same. They feel the same. There is a little bit of weight difference. The real 1911 weighs a little bit more than, an Airsoft 1911. And, of course, the orange tip. Overall, like I said, they function the same. This is a full metal gun. The handles are plastic. However, everything else is metal as far as I can tell. Like I said, they function the same. If this safety isn't compressed, your gun isn't going to fire. If your secondary safety is engaged, the gun isn't going to fire. The hammer functions the same way. Even the sliding action is the same. The detailing on this gun is quite impressive. It would look real with the exception of the tip. The trigger, you can get a skeleton trigger just like a real 1911. This gun tears down the same way as the real thing does. So like I said, it feels good. It's ergonomical to your hand. It's a very good replica. I'll give them that. Accuracy. My gun shot pretty high whenever I received it. These pistols are meant to shoot directly above the sight. Mine shot a little bit high, so I tore it down, to adjust the hop. 5-minute process, if that. And this thing shoots as straight as an arrow when I have CO2 flowing through the gun. So it's very accurate. I'm impressed with it. No complaints there. So if you decide to purchase the gun, you will, of course, receive the pistol itself, and you'll also receive, your 14-round CO2 mag and an Allen wrench. It's pretty self-explanatory. You insert the CO2 cartridge here. There's a bolt on the bottom of this magazine. You tighten the bolt with the Allen wrench. It compresses your CO2 cartridge, and you should have air flowing to your gun at that point. So anyway, if you decide to purchase the gun, good luck to you and happy shooting.